A very good afternoon to all of you. Yesterday, after our press conference and after the news reports had started emerging about how Swiss bank accounts have seen an increased jump and our accounts are now being held by Indians, we had two finance ministers. Now, I don't know, the country has seen a change so many times. Who is the real finance minister, who's the fake finance minister, and who's the shadow finance minister in this country right now? Who rushed to the defense of their suited-booted friends. And not just defending them, safeguarding them. This must perhaps be a first in India's history, where before we have information on these account holders, we have India's finance ministers coming forward to defend them. We would want to know what is pushing this government to continue to protect their suited-booted friends at the expense of the common man. I would want to ask the real and the fake finance minister here, I don't know who is real, who's fake here, that before 2014, every discussion on Swiss bank accounts was considered black money. I would want to remind the real and the fake finance minister that the Prime Minister Modi then, who was campaigning for his party, had said and committed to the people of this country that he would get all the money stashed in foreign bank accounts back to the nation and ensure everyone gets 15 lakhs in their bank accounts. And the same Prime Minister's lackey, I would say, and BJP president, goes on to call it a jumla. I would like to remind the real and the fake finance minister how Narendra Modi ji, in a statement, had said that every child in this country knows that all the money deposited in foreign bank accounts is black money. What changed from then to now? What has changed is the policy of this government to continue to protect people who hold accounts in foreign banks. At the same time, I would like to remind the real and the fake finance ministers what happened and how far have they gone in ensuring that the names that were revealed during the Panama paper investigation, through the Panama papers and through Paradise papers, what has happened to those? And demonetization, I would like to repeat, and I would like to remind the real, fake, and the shadow finance minister of this country is actually the money laundering scam that this government has created in India. This is one government which has tirelessly worked towards one goal: to continue to protect its suited-booted friends, to continue to ensure and help and aid and abet conversion of black money into white. And a fine example of that was Amit Shah and gang's District Cooperative Bank deposits post-demonetization, which exceeded 3,200 crores. And through other banks, district cooperative banks in entire Gujarat was around 32,000 crores. This is one of the biggest scams that have happened under the watch of the real, fake, and the shadow finance minister of this country. We just have two questions of these two finance ministers. One without the charge can answer through his blog. One with the charge can perhaps respond to our questions. I'm going to share with you a CBDT letter. Now, this is not a letter, a circular that was shared, which is available on all websites, which categorically states that as of now, the government of India does not have a single name or no list has been shared of these account holders by these Swiss bank account holders by the Swiss banks. This is what the CBDT letter states. And this letter is, the list is only going to be shared by September 2019. And by then, the country would have said tata, bye-bye, goodbye to the Narendra Modi government. So nevertheless, we'd like to ensure and assure the real, fake and shadow finance ministers that when we come at the helm in 2019, we will continue where we left off, to continue to fight for the rights of the common man and ensure all the black money in foreign offshore accounts is brought to account. So will the Prime Minister, will the Finance Minister, the real and fake, answer to us that how come and how swiftly they have come forward to defend these suited, booted friends without even knowing who all would perhaps be listed in these accounts, holding these accounts. The second question to them, states, the letter goes on to state that these accounts, that the accounts that would be shared, the list of accounts that would be shared by these banks would be only from 1st Jan 2018, those who have started an account from 1st Jan 2018. We would like to ask the real and fake finance minister and the shadow finance minister, when they decided on this agreement, why did they not get all the account holders since 1947? Why are they insisting from 2018? Who are they trying to protect? And why are they trying to protect? Is a question that Congress party, through this platform, wants to know from the finance ministers, fake, real, and the shadow, to answer to the people of this country. And I shall share with you this CBDT circular as well. And in continuation of how they continue to flout norms, undermine institutions, continue to protect its own face, is using the savings of common people in the life insurance, who've taken life insurance schemes, to save the life of a bleeding PSU bank. 38 crore LIC holders who put their money, their life savings in LIC through their various policies, today stand at risk. And not just stand at risk of losing their savings, but also will be burdened because of the decision that Narendra Modi government has taken to cover up its own sins in the banking sector. They have flouted all norms, all established rules and established laws, and are unleashing yet another financial anarchy of the largest proportions that India has ever seen post its independence history. And it becomes important to raise this issue from this platform simply because through its non-common people policies going against the will of the people, we have seen how small savings schemes have seen a 7-fold drop in their returns. We have seen how the government of India continued to enjoy the windfall gains of low petrol prices across the globe, benefiting itself of more than 10 lakh crores by taxing the common people. Third was the demonetization. And fourth, the flawed GST. And taking the same momentum forward, they are now using the savings of our Indians to help their bank that is perhaps one of the worst performing banks in the country today. And the estimate burden on them would be above 13,000 crores. What I would like to bring to your notice that they have completely flouted the Banking Regulation Act, Insurance Regulatory Act, Insurance Act, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act, SEBI Act, besides many others. Just like this government started to undermine its various institutions, now they're moving towards the finance sector and totally destroy the institutions that we had come to respect and honor. And I would want Gaurav to take this forward and explain in detail as to how IDBI, which is one of the worst performing public sector bank, with Q4 losses of more than 5,663 crores and gross NPAs of 55,588 crores, a bad loan ratio of close to 28%, will get help through us, the common people, and our savings, our hard-earned money. And just to, before I hand over the mic to him, I'd like to bring to your notice this non-performing assets of IDBI under the UPA watch were around 9,900 crores. It has grown six-fold in 4 years through the blessings of the real, fake, and the shadow finance minister of this country. I would request Gaurav to take this forward. Yeah, there are 6 more banks which are facing these kind of severe losses. So we want to understand from the government of India, Modi government, do they have a plan to put the hard-earned savings of India and every common man to show that they have been successful in their disinvestment target? We have some serious questions to ask of this government and its intent and its continued policies against the common people and their savings and on their hard-earned money. Their taxpayers' money is spent on their personal publicity, and now we are seeing how their hard-earned savings are being used to show better fiscal management of this government. It's a shame, and we would want to call out the lies and misrepresentation of this government. Would you have any other questions on this, Suamoto?
I will tell you.
Going by how there have been countrywide protests, there have been immense hiccups in implementation, several delays, and not having a proper infrastructure in place, but the rush to try and seek political benefits out of it goes on to show how the government has totally, in a visionless move, a visionary tax reform has been created into a messy reform which the country, and after effects of which the country is continuing to face. So it has been an unsuccessful implementation, a hurried implementation for political benefits, because of which the country and its financial stability continues to suffer.
Would you like to add, Professor?
Response to how this government has continued to fail its women. And after hearing this story of a 7-year-old child, and as a mother of a 10-year-old, it pains me that this government continues to play politics over such incidents. And I would want to speak about the heinous crime, the things that were done to this child, so that this nation knows and understands just what our girls are going through. Bite marks on her body, her nose badly injured, rectum ruptured, object inserted in her private parts, raped her, slit her throat, and dumped her believing she's dead. 3 surgeries, and still battling for life. What does it speak of the insensitivity of this government? Madhya Pradesh, I would like to also tell you all, continues to be the rape capital of this nation. 3 cities of Madhya Pradesh amongst the 15 cities considered unsafe for India, unsafe in India. Unfortunately, under their watch, we have been, in a report, judged as the most unsafe nation in the world today. Under their watch, we have seen whether it was as heinous a crime as this in Kathua. The accused were actively protected by those legislators who belong to the Bharatiya Janata Party, who, instead of holding them accountable, they were promoted. Instead of punishment, they got a promotion. Playing politics over women's safety and their security has become the norm of this government. Protecting those who are accused of these heinous crimes has become the way of life for this government. And I would want to ask the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, who calls himself and has given himself the certificate of a mama, that the world and this country also remembers another infamous mama that he has turned out to be. On what moral grounds and what moral authority does the Chief Minister have to continue being in that position? Would the Prime Minister intervene and ensure speedy justice is delivered? No politics is played over this entire incident, and the girls of our country find a safe environment to live and grow in happily. It is the responsibility of the Prime Minister and the Government of India. And I would also like to bring to your notice one more thing: insensitivity.